I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This week, we're on week 26 of building the custom Venator, and we have a lot to do, so let's get into it. Starting off this week, it certainly does feel good to have Commander Cody on the Venator. I'm super glad I was able to find an ATT early before it released, but looking at the Venator, we have tons of amazing things we've made progress on this week, such as putting an extension on this thing. We have now rounded this up as connected to this thing right here, this main structural support right here, so that is a very strong connection. It's not 100% connected yet, as you can see. We probably will need another one up here somewhere, but it is coming along nicely. Along with making this section right here, we have officially rebuilt parts of this section. We're not quite there yet. We are waiting on a few bricklink orders to come in so that we can finish this off. Then we've also started to work on rebuilding this section. I did keep this bottom part built, but this whole top part had to be rebuilt, and we're working on adding some more bricks in to make it stronger. But this week we're going to continue working on expanding this, putting on some greebling on here, of course, because I have put on some greebling, but not a whole ton yet. But that is our goal for this week's update, is to really just work on rebuilding this side of the Venator right here and getting it connected securely and strongly to the Venator. So taking a look at the Venator, I realized I've made an error. I made this a bit too long. So now basically I have to shift this thing back and do it all over again. Yikes. But on the bright side, I did make some progress with some greebling. I did some very nice greeble work along the side of the Venator, and this panel section will not be changing in size. So that is the good thing. I got that done at least and made some progress there, and started working on this, and that's when I found out the error that I made this a bit too long. So right now I'm going to work on shortening this by at least one stud, which is very sad. That's only one stud off miscalculation, but we're working on that right now, and we'll be done with it by the next time I do an update. So let's get into it. Alright, we have made some amazing progress. Look at all this greebling that we've done with the Venator. It looks so good to have this all completed. We even got the chameleon back there with phase 2 Cody over there, and I love this. So let's get into some things I did. So starting off, we did this whole thing again and again and again, and it took several hours to get achieved so that it looks good. So starting off, we have this door right here, and this is not automatic yet. It will eventually be connected somehow to this hub up here, and we'll be running out a rod that goes into here eventually to open and close the doors. But basically we have another door that slides open and closed. I do need to add some more of these greeble pieces, but I don't have any of those currently left, I don't think. If I do, there's somewhere hidden in my collection, which I probably do have some hidden, but I just don't know where it would be. I also have this very accurate lights set up over there. Those will be lit up eventually on the Venator. Same with these lights. These lights will all be lit up eventually. I just haven't really looked into much in the ways of lighting yet, and I'd rather have the whole Venator completed first before I actually light it up, because I feel like it'll be easier that way, since I won't have to worry about ripping wires as I continue to build and modify things. Because to be honest, every single week we modify a part of the Venator. I mean, this back section alone has changed at least over 20 times this year, like including these things right here, including the shape, making it wider, making it thinner. So many modifications have been made to this part of the Venator. It's insane. So that's why I just want to make sure I have the entire thing complete before I add lights to the Venator. Now taking a look over here, I can't believe how close I was able to get this thing to the side of the Venator, which I was surprised. I thought it would be a gap like this, but no, I was able to get it right against that. So that was super awesome and very lucky and convenient to have happen. And I've made sure that the panels that I've already kind of somewhat built, not really built, but very vaguely built, do work with this. So when I eventually add the panels to the top of this, it all works out great. Now taking a look over here, we did some amazing greebling work. I just threw a bunch of parts from my dark bluish gray parts bin and just threw them on there, and I think it looks really good so far. I also did some light work on this. I just added some lights on there and not really any more greebles, because I didn't really feel like doing all that. Plus I don't even think I have enough greeble parts to do that. So what you may be asking is, what are we doing now? Well, I should be continuing this section right now, but I have the parts. As you can see right here, they are not clean. So they just came in. All these parts right here are not clean. So I do have to clean all these off before I can build this section some more. But on the bright side, we do have some other parts, or that these are new parts, so I don't necessarily have to clean these off. So I'm going to be building with these parts very soon because they're already clean. And I also do have some parts that I got from Lego.com recently, which are currently not in the room, but I got some parts from Lego.com for the Lego City and this project as well. So that gives us more parts to work with for this project. So what these parts are going to be used for this week though is building this front section again. Now as you can see, we still do have it quite built and it's very good looking, but it is a bit destroyed as you guys can see. Yeah, and also a bunch of these pieces right here have to be replaced because a lot of them are yellow parts and like yikes. So I have a whole ton of those pieces right here in my hand that are not yellow that I can replace all those little things with. So we're going to be working on that this week in the front of the Venator. So right now I'm going to be taking off these panels and working on the hanger a bit, and then we'll probably end out the update. Right now I'm just showing you guys a little bit of a before picture before we start working on this and we see the after. Alright, we have made some progress with the hanger section, such as making that little small thing which took 5 seconds to do. But we really cleaned up a lot of sections on the Venator and made a new column right here which we did not have before. And now it looks a lot more cleaned up. It still needs quite a few parts left for it, but overall we made some small progress on that. Guys, I have no clue when this is going to be complete. This is just taking forever to build. But make sure to stay tuned for next week when we work on something amazing. And the amazing thing is this thing right here. This is a clone gun turret that will be going on the Venator. There will be 8 of them, and I'm working on one right now to see how it looks. And it looks pretty good with scaling, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I have a bunch of these to build, and that's something we'll be working on next week for the update. But for now, remember to stay awesome and stay subscribed, because if you're subscribed, you're automatically awesome. So peace out and stay awesome.